Hi you guys, welcome back to the B Jones Style channel. I'm making videos for you guys. Sorry for missing a few weeks this July. It's just been pretty crazy time of life. House renovation, getting in my house, getting out of my house, lots of travel. I've been trying to make it work, but thank you for understanding. I'm sorry for the absence, but I am back, and I had a video last week, I have a video this week, and here on out, I'm back to the old B Jones style rhythms. I've been on vacation in the South, and while I was here, I always go thrifting, and I thought I would do a thrift haul with you guys. So let's jump into it. The thrift haul for today is a combination of not tons of finds because I do have to fly home with everything, but a few finds over the course of the week that I found. I'm going to let you know the thrift stores that I hit up here in the Hilton Head area are St. Francis thrift store, the Goodwill, and another thrift store that is newer to me called the Church Mouse. So I'm going to put those links below. I know some of you guys vacation here or live in the area and you always want to know where I go. So those are the places that I've hit up this week. One of my first finds, maybe one of my favorites, it is this incredible, very prairie romantic floral tiered skirt, and I'm going to put a picture up right here of me wearing it. I of course had to wear this while I was in the South because to me it screams Southern charm, even has a little bit of that Laura Ashley throwback vibes. And if you have seen the brand Love Shack Fancy, if you have not, you need to check them out. The whole brand is just super romantic and just touching on that kind of idea of really kind of that Laura Ashley vibe of florals and flounciness and girliness, and it's just a dream of a brand. And so this skirt actually reminded me a lot of Love Shack Fancy. I was very excited when I found it. Kind of simple. You guys know I love high waist pants. I found these 70s navy, they're very high waist trouser pants. The color is a little bit more of a blue navy, and so they can touch on a nautical vibe, which I really like. For the summer, I will probably be wearing these just with simple tees, rib tanks, tighter pieces, and then tucking them in, accentuating the high waist. I like the idea of maybe playing with the nautical vibe, so with some stripes or maybe even red. And they're really lightweight, which I love. They're a perfect trouser for the summer. Also with pants like these, I like this navy because I feel like you can combine black with it. I know some people feel a little afraid to combine navy and black, but I think it can be really chic. So to throw these trouser pants on with a ribbed tight black tank and then maybe even some gold mules, gold jewelry, and it could be a super chic look for evening. I definitely have hopped on the shorts train. You may remember Sarah from Carmine Appearance Vintage when we went thrifting. We did the thrifting the runway. She did the collection, Miriam Nasser Sadeh, and they did a lot of shorts in their collection, and so I've kind of jumped on that train and I found these just perfect. Of course, what brand are they? Liz Claiborne. Perfect chino beige trousery shorts. I like them because they're not super long, but they're not short, and so they're just that great midi length, I guess, short. And I really love the idea of styling these with blazers. I also really like the idea of something kind of tight and then maybe with a really great gaudy belt, and touching on the beige trend too, combining more beige with this. I even found that beige button down when I was thrifting at Savers. These shorts and that top could give a really great almost safari look. Sticking with bottoms, I found these pants. They're a black and white kind of checked trouser pant. Again, I'm a big fan of high waist. I love a trouser style that has the pleating in the front, and these are great because they're this lightweight material that feels perfect for summer. And I have similar trouser pants that I wear all the time that are a little bit more wide leg and cropped, and so I feel like this kind of fits the same need but in a longer length. Right now I really like the idea of pairing this with some bold colors, so if it's bold blazer or even a bold top, I think this could look really good with lime green, purple, red. I mean, any color would look great with it, but I do really like the idea of using some of those really bold colors that are in this season and pairing it with these trousers, and probably again throwing on a gaudy gold belt. I found two blazers that I'm very excited about. This buttery blazer, I realized I don't have anything like this, like a light butter colored blazer. Love that it's the double breasted with the two sides of the really amazing gold buttons. And I don't know if you've seen it, but butter is huge. That kind of buttery color is huge for the spring summer, and so I'll probably even start taking this still into fall. It is a little bit of a heavier blazer, so this will be great as we get into that pre-fall time, starting to layer up a little bit more, but you know, you can't go super crazy with layers, at least not in California. I just love how structured this is. This gives that suiting look to anything. I love the idea of combining this buttery yellow with more buttery yellow. Also cream, also brown, like a chocolate brown would be amazing with this. So chocolate brown trousers. I really also like the idea of putting this on with my Always Play dress up mascot tee and some denim Levi's, and kind of throwing on, maybe I got these gold mules recently that I think would be really great with them. Then I found, golly goodness, I just love it, this blazer, which has this tassel detail that also goes around to the back of the blazer. Gold and silver tassel detail embroidered into the blazer. On the lapels is even more stitching and detail on the arms here as well, and more fun gold buttons, and it's black. I love me a blazer, and this is such a showstopper. I will definitely be adding this in already, I think, well, if it's not a super hot day in the summer, but for sure this summer, and also going straight into fall, winter. I feel like there's so many ways to style this up. I love the idea of this with like a white button-down blouse. I also think this would be really great with a slip dress underneath, some strappy sandals, really high-waist trousers, t-shirt, and then you could just go full-on Gucci with this. I feel like because of all the over-the-topness of the blazer, you could just keep piling on more prints, textures, going very menswear. So I will definitely be having fun playing with this blazer. Another find was this chocolate brown shirt dress, which one reason I really like this is it's a little too big for me, but I liked that because I liked the idea when you belt it, it just adds more billowiness and more drama to the look. And often these kind of dresses are a length that I end up not liking. They're just right below the knee, which for me, I don't love that length on me. This actually goes a little bit longer. It's even more midi length. This really reminded me so much of Georgia O'Keeffe, and I can see this with just some great summer slides and a black hat, kind of like Georgia O'Keeffe wore. Fun. I love the idea of taking this on some of my trips to the desert. I just want to paint some pictures on it. But I definitely will have fun, and because it has buttons all the way down the front, you can do really fun layering with those. So the idea of even throwing another dress over it and belting it, throwing on some really big fabulous earrings. I love the idea of the chocolate brown paired with gold, with black, a big straw hat. That would be really fun with this look. So I'm very excited about this. A few accessories that I thrifted while I was here were, one, this little necklace. I've been recently getting back into wearing pearls more often. I like the idea of layering up a pearl piece with something gold, or actually a lot of pearls. And so this felt just like a fun little layer to my neck party that's happening a lot lately. And I love how it has these kind of almost invisible little strands in between the pearls. I feel like it makes it just kind of more of a unique eye-catching piece to layer with my other necklaces. I also found this belt, which is just, you know, a basic wide black belt, but when you put it on, definitely not with this outfit at all, but I love a belt, and it's so thick that it is the perfect black wide belt. It's even quilted, which you guys know, quilting is huge next season, so I love the idea of this for fall. Right now, how I probably will be wearing this is putting this on with a pair of high-waist trousers and a tight, I'm really into kind of these rib tight tank tops right now. It's super hot summer, you know, so I got to think of all these ways. Also layering this over a blazer, taking an oversized blouse and belting this over the blouse, wearing it more as a dress. I just feel like I'm going to get so much use out of this. And anytime I'm at a thrift store, I always look at the belt section, because usually that's where you find those amazing statement belts. if you find a good one, you should hold on to it forever, because some of the ones that I've thrifted over the years honestly are just relevant time and time again. So a great belt can be such an incredible styling piece, and I'm very excited about my quilted black belt. One more accessory that I found were these gorgeous, gaudy goodness earrings. Whoops, I can't put them on right now, but they're clip-ons. I totally wear clip-ons. I am always looking for any kind of gold oversized earrings, and these are perfect. They're all gaudy goodness, and I love that they're a door knocker, but they're different than anything that I currently have. Just need options. And the last thing that I found is my favorite find of the trip, and maybe in a really long time. Something that I've been on the hunt for, and I really have, I've been looking in every thrift store, is I've been wanting a large purse that's interesting, eye-catching statement, and it's large, so that I can put all the things that I need to bring with me. And I feel like I usually cannot find that. I find, you know, lots of great large leather purses, and then I find amazing small little handlebags, and I do love those, but those are definitely way more for a look, and you know, if I'm going out for the evening, they're great to kind of grab and throw things in. But just in the everyday grab and go purse, you need a good one, and I found one. And in my hunt and in my quest, I have in particular been looking for something that had texture to it, maybe some embroidery, fabrication, something interesting, and I found it. And it's this bag, which is basically kind of like a big carpet bag with lots of texture, woven, just has that great 70s bohemian vibe. I love that it is all very neutral and washed out in a way. Creams and grays, and and the big handle. I love these handles. That's the other thing with large bags, often have the long strap and they're hanging down here, and they're just like banging on your hip wherever you go, or you're having to crossbody them, and I don't always want to crossbody over my outfits. And to me, this is the perfect handle, because you put it over your shoulder and then it's right here, and then you can just grab things right there, and you're not banging against your hip or anything like that. And the great thing with this for me is that I can put, one, my massive wallet in it that is very hard to fit in most purses, and the thing I'm most excited about, I can put my camera in here. That's the other thing, is I'm usually bringing my camera everywhere, and so I never have a place to put my camera, and so I sometimes feel like I'm bringing two bags, one for my camera and one for everything else. And so this, I mean, come on, look at it. It's so great. I'm so excited about this. This is maybe one of the best finds I've gotten in a super long time. I got this at that new thrift store that I mentioned, the Church Mouse thrift store, which I was very excited to find. It had a lot of gems in it. And it is so funny, wherever you thrift kind of has a different vibe what you're going to be finding, and a lot of the stuff here in the South is often like kind of 90s, a lot of resort wear, a little bit more of that Southern style, which I actually really love, and honestly is much of what's happening in trends, kind of those simpler pieces and those colors like the butter yellows and the even washed out florals of the Laura Ashley vibe. So for me, thrifting in the South is one of my favorite places, because I feel like I find things here that I don't find in California. So that's it. I didn't do a ton, just a few little things. I had to keep it pretty simple with, you know, flying home and packing everything in my suitcase. I had so much fun while I was here on my trip. I had so much fun creating content for you guys. If you haven't, you can go check out my hashtag #BJonesStyleTravels, where I document all of the trips that I go on. I always try to almost approach every trip, even without Instagram. This is just how I like to think. I like to think a little bit like a stylist. I like to think, you know, if I'm telling a story, if this was like a fashion editorial in a certain place, what would that story be? And so I always kind of pick a theme and a look, and then I develop all of the outfits from that. And so I've had so much fun in the South, styling up more romantic looks and fun colors and florals and puff sleeves and all the goodness. So I have had a blast here. You guys saw last last week that I was in New York and all the fun things there. And you did ask me, I did buy everything that you saw in that thrifting little quick thrift trip that I did in New York. I bought everything that you saw. So yes, I got all of those pieces too. And I did not film a what I wore, you know, my traditional what I wore during the month of July, but I will plan on filming one in August, and I will plan on also trying to use a lot of the pieces that I found in my New York trip and also on this trip, so that way you guys can actually see not just the haul, but you can see how I'm actually wearing the pieces. So I'll take that challenge to wear a lot of these pieces in my next what I wore, which actually I really love, because then it's like I have new inspirations for every day when I'm getting dressed. I'm not just looking in my whole closet. I'm taking one item at a time and letting it being my inspiration. So plan on that. I am back. I'm making videos. There shouldn't be any more absences, and I'm so excited because my house renovations are finally finishing up, and I will have so much to start sharing with you guys. I will have videos here about the home renovation process. I'm going to be sharing my new home tour. That is not coming right away because I'm going to be working on my house, but I will definitely be sharing about the house renovation and just kind of how things are looking now as things have gotten done. So there's gonna be a lot more home content coming up, and come September we are in the new year of the fashion year, and so I will be bringing all kinds of new content. I'm working on new content right now, and I'm very excited for that. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, leave your comments below, let me know what your favorite find is that I found, and maybe some ideas on how you might wear those items. Please subscribe to my channel if you have not, and always play dress up, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!